Okay, so here we are discussing another topic of ICT, that is Information and Communication Technology, and the topic is flow of information. So first of all, what is flow of information? Flow of information basically means the transferring of information from one place to another in order to communicate. Okay, so here you can see the definition, that is the transferring of information from one place to another in order to communicate is known as flow of information. Now there are different ways in which information to flow, but yes, information is flow in every medium. Now talking about ways in which information flow, for example, the telephone, the cell phone we use, the smartphones that we have, or you can say TV waves or that are coming out, or you can say the radio waves. So all of these are here medium by which the information will flow. So in telephone, the information is flowed basically by wires, through wires. Talking about cell phone, so this is wireless communication. Alright, so here the phenomenon of optical fiber is used, like the total internal reflection will happen here. And talking about these two, so these are electromagnetic waves, EM waves. Alright, so here in all of them, the information is flowing. What is the difference between them? The medium is different. Alright, here the medium is different, but here the information in every here passing. Alright, so now let's talk about, do you know what type of wave we do use to communicate with satellites? So the waves that we use to communicate with satellites are microwaves. Okay, so have you ever thought why do we use microwaves? Like there are other waves as well, for example radio waves, UV and gamma rays. Instead we take microwaves. So here the answer for this is because microwaves do not refract. And let's compare this by radio waves. So radio waves do refract. So these do not refract and these refract. So here this basically means, like on earth we have different layers. For example, this is earth, so we have different layers on it. So when they are passing through it, they do refract and then come, so the signal become weak. But talking about microwaves, so they come directly to it and here the signal is strong. So I can explain this by an example. For example, you have ball and you throw directly to the wall. Alright, so when you throw it, so the ball will hit strongly there. Alright, so and as compared to if we put that ball into two medium, like we have two balls and between them we put it and then we do throw it, so there it will vibrate first on the first medium, then a second medium, and then it will go to it. Alright, so here the signal will become weak. So this is the condition that we do use that. Alright, so yeah, here in microwaves they do not refract, so they have strong signals as compared to radio waves or other waves, so they have weak signals. For example, we are from a rocket company and we have sent a rocket in the space. Alright, so now the rocket is there in the space and there's some emergency. Alright, so now for example the fuel is gonna be finished in few hours, so they are trying to connect us. What if we use radio waves? Like the signal is weak, we won't be known about properly what actually they are trying to say. So in that the fuel will finish and they'll die there. Alright, but as compared to microwaves, so they will give us a strong signal and we can directly communicate to them easily in a better way, so we can help them out. So by this example you can see that why it is important to use microwaves to communicate with satellites and the radio waves. Alright, so now let's talk about the components, like the major components of computer system. So talking about the major component of computer system, there are three. Just give me a minute. There are three. What are these three? These are transmitter, just give me a minute. Transmitter, channel, and talking about receiver. The last one is receiver. So here basically the transmitter will work as input. Talking about transmitter medium, so it will be the medium from where the information will flow. For example, here for telephone the medium is a wire. Alright, and as talking about cell phone, so it is optical fiber. Alright, and now talking about receiver, so it gives you the output. Alright, it will give you the output. So here, for example, let's take the example of telephone. For example, I am speaking, I spoke here, so that is output, that is input that I give to this transmitter. Now this information will flow by, as we are talking about telephone, so it will be passed through wires. Alright, so here it will be the medium, and talking about receiver, so on the other end, like the person who is receiving that voice is called receiver. Alright, and amplifier and the transducer we do use to convert them on. Alright, so here I want to share some information as well, like the concept of wireless communication was given by Marconi. It is basically a scientist, alright, and he gave this in 1895. The wireless communication. Alright, now talking about but he is not called the father of wireless communication. The father of wireless communication is a scientist that is from India, that is Chandra Bose. And he gave the concept of this as well, like he gave only the framework. Now what is framework? For example, the framework of human body is the skeleton. Alright, if it would not be there, we cannot stand and we would not have proper shape. Like there is no function of organs as well. Alright, the same goes with this. If Marconi at that time did not give the concept of this, the framework of this, so we could not have this optical fiber we do use. But after that, Chandra Bose, and he gave that concept in 1890s, and hence called father of wireless communication. Alright, I hope this is clear to you. And here this was input, medium, and the output. Alright, so here transmitter basically process input signals. Alright, transmitter by now when they are processed, they are gonna be going to it, they will pass through the medium, and the receiver will receive it and gives you the output. And the work of amplifier here basically is like when they are coming to it, the transmitter channel, some of the energy would got wasted, so to increase that, to recover that, we do use amplifier. Alright.